God. I am surrounded by tapes here in the studio, and I really have to go through them. I mean, they're funny tapes.
So do it for you. Keep saying it.
Well, I can't get to it. And what about this whole long list of things I have? What is this, Baba Booey? New game, guess what Crackhead Bob is saying? Stump the joke,
Baba
man.
Booey. Oh, that never-ending list that's always there.
Yeah. It annoys me that I don't have a cleanup. That I don't ever get to any of this stuff.
I think we tried that Crackhead Bob game and didn't like it.
We didn't like the Crackhead Bob game?
No.
No, I think Casey was going to revamp it, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the revamped version?
Do we have a revamp? What is the Jay Moore tape about Gary?
That's a tape where he starts trashing me. Remember, it was a whole long story. I had spoken.
Who is Jay Moore?
He's an actor. He used to be on Saturday Night Live. He was in Jerry Maguire.
I don't even know him.
He was in that movie with the parrot.
And he said bad stuff about you?
Well, we were going to book him on the show.
Yeah.
His publicist called me and said, he's a really funny comedian. He's going to be in this movie coming up. This is like 3 years ago. And she said, do me a favor. Would you talk to Jay? You'll see he's a funny guy.
Yeah.
So he was in that movie, what was it, Picture Perfect with Jennifer Aniston?
Yes.
So I call the guy and we start talking. I say, you get any good Jennifer Aniston stories? I go, did you ever see her naked, her breasts or anything? He goes, see him, dude. I had my hands all over her.
Oh, really?
So I go, what? I go, did you sleep with her? And he goes, dude, yeah. So I go, can you come on the air tomorrow and tell the story? And he goes, I'm going to Paris for a week to do some publicity, and then I'll be back, in a week.
Right.
So I put a note on my calendar because it's a great story.
Right.
I call the guy up. I just want to go over it with him again.
Yeah.
And when I ask him about it again, he goes, you know what, man? He goes, you must be like an idiot or something. Because Howard's right. You are Baba Booey. He goes, I never said anything like that. So then Timmy from MTV News
You're kidding me.
interviewed him, and he recounts this whole story his way.
So, obviously, he never made it with Jennifer Aniston. He was bragging to you.
I don't know what he was doing. I don't know if he was yanking me around or what.
He probably was yanking you around.
So then he told Timmy, that I'm a moron and an idiot.
So we have a tape of him calling you a moron?
Yeah.
All right, let me hear that tape. Let's get rid of that tape. Because it's been sitting around here for months.
Wow.
Collecting dust.
Yeah, because if it was Picture Perfect that he was promoting, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, right? Because, it's been on here, this list of... let's listen to the tape. Are you curious?
Sure. I hope it doesn't take long to get to the moron and
Right.
other name calling.
Yeah, we like name calling. I bet Gary did screw up.
No,
You didn't? Okay. Because sometimes you misunderstand.
how do you misunderstand that?
Well, the guy might have been being sarcastic, and you took it for real.
Yeah, probably was like, yeah, man, I had my hands
sure, I
all
had
over
my
her.
hands all over her.
I said, you slept with her? And he said, yes.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Oh, yeah. I slept with you, too. All right, you cue that up. All right, now you don't have it? All right, so forget it. It's probably not that good.
His shaking fingers are going through the tape.
He's shaking his finger?
Yeah, well, he was like nervous because he couldn't find it.
So yeah, finally call for it, and it's not here. You see, we don't have a system.
Gives us a whole build-up, and there's no tape.
Joe, go ahead.
Yeah, you have to play that new Wood Yeet tape.
Oh, yeah, where is that?
Got to play that.
Sir, do you have that?
No.
That's what I'm telling you. I have so many tapes here, I can't find anything.
That sounded so funny. I'm
Did?
telling you, you got to play it.
Yeah, we only play. I don't even think we ever played it all the way through.
All right, don't start looking for it now, because it'll make me crazy. Our system is fat. So where's your Jay Moore tape?
Lost in the system.
Lost in the system. Amazing. So why don't you take it off this list so I don't sit and go to it?
Well, I can have it for you in 5 minutes if you want.
No, I'm not going to go through the whole explanation again. I thought you had it. It's great when your producer's as disorganized as you are.
Howard, come on, give me a break. I mean, with these tapes, the Jay Moore thing I take responsibility for, but we have a million tapes here, and we're trying to make a system by getting rid of stuff.
Okay.
You play stuff and you throw it in a pile and it falls in the... If I looked in there, I guarantee I'd...
So where's the Jay Moore tape? I thought you were in charge of that.
I guarantee I'd find that Wood Yeet tape.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, where's the Jay Moore tape?
I don't know.
You can have it in 5 minutes.
You can have it in 5 minutes. Rob, go ahead.
How about playing the Crackhead Bob tape? Last time I heard that, it was hysterical. It's pretty hard. It's a hard test.
Well, I don't know if we have that game. I can't get a word out of these guys.
But he doesn't know if it has anything to do with what tapes we have.
Do you have a game like that?
The Crackhead Bob game. We did it a little while ago. We have more. I recorded more. We just have to put it on card. That's all. So we can have.
So why does it say on my list the Crackhead Bob game? Someone's got to change this. That's my point. Where is Gary? What's going on? Do you guys do anything back there?
Yes.
I mean, come on. So today's the day I go to the list, and it turns out everything on the list is complete fabrication.
I have it to you in a couple minutes.
Great.
5 minutes.
That's not the point of the list.
The list is supposed to be what's available.
It's supposed to be stuff I can go to in a second if I want to. Gary, come on, man. Get it together. This is your job we're talking about. Forget with all the appearances with the monster trucks. Out driving monster trucks. Just have your tapes ready to go.
I was learning to drive Gravedigger.
Oh, yeah, but I can make extra money, Wolf. I got to talk to Ratso. I'm being interviewed.
Baba Booey.
I mean, come on.
Hey,
Nothing.
Don't blame that crap on me.
What?
Baba
The
Booey.
Ratso thing. I don't want any part of that.
Well, don't blame it on me. I don't think you should be doing interviews or driving monster
I'm
trucks.
not doing interviews.
And I don't think you should be doing monster trucks until you can get your list together.
Yeah, because what I do on a Saturday night has a direct correlation to what goes on here. Shut up, Robin. Don't even open your fucking... Shut up. Don't open your mouth.
Hey, I'll open my mouth.
You can open your mouth all you want. I'll take crap from you.
Well, you'll take crap from Robin,
Where
too.
it comes from?
And I'll tell you something.
Tell me.
What are you going to do?
Your Saturday night impacts, I don't care what you do on a Saturday night as long as your job here is completed.
Right, so why would you bring it up then? What would one have to do with the other, except for you being vicious?
It has completely everything to do with it. You're not getting your work done during the week, so take your Saturday night and sit here and get
Maybe you're
done.
not getting enough rest.
You're just being unreasonably cruel.
And maybe you're completely exhausted from working Saturday nights and you can't get your work done during the week.
Well, that would be a good theory to make you happy.
Well, then tell me why your work isn't done.
One has nothing to do with the other.
Well, tell me why your work isn't done then.
I couldn't give you the best excuse in the world. There is no excuse, but I can tell you that has nothing to do with what I do on a Saturday night.
Let me ask you something. If you're worn out on the weekends...
I'm not worn out.
And it takes you 2 days to recover... Then
Don't
why...
tell me I'm worn out on the weekend, because I'm not. Don't tell me how to feel.
Then are you worn out during the week?
I'm not worn out at all.
Then why is your work not done?
Nothing to do with it.
But then why is your work not done?
Why? I don't know why it's not done.
Are you tired?
I'm not feeling worn out.
But let me ask you something.
I'm feeling worn out from the pummeling I take from you every day.
Do you think you should drive? Do you think you should drive monster trucks on the weekend if you can't get your job done during the week? Don't you think that's a perk?
It's a ridiculous correlation that you make up to get to the end that you need to get to.
No, let me tell you something. Like with my kids, if they start doing poorly in school, I say to them, "Don't go out on the weekend. Do your homework."
Howard.
No, but understand.
I'm not your kid, and I'm not a child.
But Gary, if you can't get your work done during the week, that means you have a problem.
And why should that have something to do with what goes on a weekend?
Because that's precisely precisely your problem. You don't realize you're worn out. You're not getting your job done.
So I can't go out at all on the weekends.
You shouldn't until your work is done. You should come in here on a Saturday and finish.
One has nothing to do with the other. You're just being ridiculous.
Oh.
It has everything to do with it. Now you see why the guy's disorganized. He thinks, well, I've got a lot of time to get my stuff done. But both. I'm fine on the weekend. I get all my work done.
I'm off.
I'm off. Well, why should you be off if you can't get your work done?
Howard, if I make a mistake and I don't have something done, it's not a time.
Let me ask you something. Do I pay you to work here?
What's that?
Do we pay you to work here?
Yes, you do, Howard.
So you go out and make more money making appearances, but your job here isn't finished. How do you not see that?
It has nothing to do with the other. If you make a mistake here, if you misplace something, it doesn't mean it's because you're tired or because you're busy on the weekends.
Sure it does.
No, it doesn't, but it does to you. If it makes you happy to say that and make me look like a moron, then please go ahead.
You've got a whole list in front of me that you say, Howard, go to that list. Those are the lists of things that are supposed to be ready.
Fall back.
I go to the first two items on the list. They're completely not here. They're completely not ready. Your job as a producer, I would think, is to make sure that list is current.
You are right, Howard, and that is my mistake. But not having that list ready has nothing to do with what goes on after I leave here.
Well, what does do?
Robin, I told you to shut up.
Yeah, how does it make it? But how do you?
Do your job, and then I won't have anything to say.
Well, it affects her too.
Yeah, a lot of things Robin does affects everybody.
All right.
Everybody on the show does affects each other, but it doesn't give her a right to pummel me.
I'm not pummeling you. I asked you a question.
I'm not interested
I can't believe you don't see that if you're if you're exhausted.
I'm not exhausted. You say I'm exhausted.
Well, of course. Well, why else would you not be getting your work done?
Howard, you don't know who I am. You
All right, let me ask you something. All right.
Don't tell me I'm exhausted.
Let me learn about you then. Let me ask you something.
About me. I'm not exhausted.
Do you not have enough time to get your job done?
No, that is not a problem, Howard. It is not a matter of time. It is a matter of organization.
So you're
I
disorganized.
don't need more time to be organized. I need to get more organized. And what I do when I leave here has nothing to do with it.
So you're disorganized is what you're saying.
I am not as organized as I should be.
All right, so you're disorganized. Is that correct?
I am not disorganized. I am not as organized as I should be. Disorganized would mean I don't know where anything is every day at any time.
Well, so far the first two things on the list, you don't know where they are.
So if I don't know where two things are, then I don't know where anything is.
That's part of the disorganized.
So you're only partly disorganized. Would that be a fair statement?
I'll accept that.
Okay, so you're partially disorganized.
Okay.
Okay. And when you're partially disorganized, what do you say to yourself? Well, gee, maybe I need to concentrate more on my main job.
I didn't feel disorganized. I actually thought I had all these tapes in my desk, but stuff gets moved around here all the time. But I take responsibility for it.
And why would the list say the Crackhead Bob game when, in fact, we don't even have one?
Because Casey was working on it again, and I felt it was ready. I didn't know it wasn't ready.
All right. I see.
Howard, I'd be careful. I think he's going to go postal.
I think he is going to blow.
Well, I can't believe the guy doesn't see the correlation that if you have too much extracurricular activity, you can't get your job done.
You
That has
leaving it to
nothing to
his
do with it.
kids.
Nothing
Maybe he
whatsoever.
would understand.
If I go out on a Saturday night and I go to the movies,
couldn't
it has nothing. Robert, shut up.
Get there. I'm talking to Howard.
I don't give a crap. I'm talking to you, and I'm telling you to shut the
Oh, get out of here.
No, I'm
All right,
serious.
I'll just be quiet for 4 hours. That'll make a good show, Gary.
Gary, who are you to tell her to shut up?
I'm talking now. This is about me, Robin. Amazingly, it's not about you.
Once you shut up, I talk to Howard. Now shut your mouth. You're an idiot.
You see this?
No,
Oh,
your
that's
camera went
ridiculous.
off.
Yeah, your camera went off. We don't see anything. No, here's the deal. Last night, I wanted to tell you something.
Okay.
Last night, I was invited to go to the, they had a screening of a movie I want to see.
Uh-huh.
And the name of the movie was, what was that new sci-fi flick that's coming out this weekend?
Mimic, murmur.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know the name of it.
W?
There's something with the three commandos, or I don't know what it is.
Wing Commander.
Wing Commander. Yeah. I said, boy, I would love to see Wing Commander. The premiere or whatever, the screening is at 7 o'clock.
Wow.
And I said to myself, well, I would love to go to the screening, but I've got work to do on the computer. I mean, technically, I'm not on the radio, but I've got work to do on the computer. And I think it'd be best if I got to bed early because I'm feeling a little under the weather. And who wants to, you know. So in other words, I sacrificed my pleasure for my job.
May I tell you why that's an unfair correlation?
No, I'm just telling Robin a story. It has nothing to do with you.
Oh, may I listen, Gary, or should I shut my ears as well?
Would you just shut up and...
So why should she shut up? Our job is to talk here. How dare you?
No, her job is to pick on me.
No, it's
Because
not.
everything Robin does is perfect. You know, she never does anything wrong.
We're not talking
Robin, have you ever
about-
done anything
we're
wong? Have you ever made a
talking
mistake?
about What happened
No,
here.
have we ever made a
I simply
mistake?
asked you a question. You feel under the gun,
So anyway,
and now
Howard,
nobody
here's
can
the deal.
speak to you.
I've made a deal. I never, ever, ever do anything on weeknights anymore. I don't do appearances on weeknights.
Right.
So I
don't mind if you do it as long as your work is done.
But I think that the conversation was going to come around to that you sacrificed last night.
That's right.
Because you have work to do.
Of course.
And I don't. And you know what? I don't do anything on weeknights. I get invited to movie screenings and all sorts of stuff.
Good.
I do not do things on weeknights because I want to be fresh for the
And maybe you
next
should
day.
extend that to the weekend.
Yeah, maybe you should cut back more.
Right.
So and never go out.
Right.
Never ever go
Right.
out.
Until you can get your work done.
You guys are ridiculous.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
I don't see why that's ridiculous. I'm sorry. I don't. I really don't. Yes, Don. Oh, Don is now gone, Gary, thanks to you. Jim, go ahead.
Howard?
Yes.
How you doing? Good morning.
Hi.
I've been a listener for a long time, and you've goofed on Gary, and it's been good for the show and all, but you're so on the mark this time, it's ridiculous.
Of course. Of course.
In terms
Listen.
of what, Don or Doug or whatever? What,
Jimmy.
No, in terms of what?
I've made, I make a good living, but I want to make more on the weekends, and it's just affected me so much during the week not to perform that I had to stop.
Of course, when you work
You gotta
during
get a checklist, get your work done, and that's it.
I stopped doing my Channel 9 show because I felt it was affecting my radio show. I knew that I had to cut back.
And that was weekends.
I would have liked to have continued my Channel 9 show. I can't. I can't do it all.
You do so much.
You can only do so much. And his work is suffering here. I see already the first two things on the list that they've been begging me to go to isn't even prepared.
Gary, you're 100% wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong on this, Gary.
Well, thank you.
No offense.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Jimmy's right. He's right. You're not
But
just saying it.
Jimmy's talking about working 8-hour jobs on weekends when you work.
Well, I don't work an 8-hour day. I make a a six-figure income, working 12, 13 hours a day, and that's not enough. So I want to do more on the weekends, and you just can't.
Right.
No, you
gotta
can't,
do what
Jimmy.
you got to do.
Dude, you can't do it.
No, but
Don't
neither
tell
can you. You're suffering on your job.
Jimmy can't tell me what I can do, and I'm not suffering because of anything on the... Howard, I didn't work the last 3 weekends in a row. Do I seem
I don't know.
dopier or groggier? Or
I don't know, but I just know that your work is not
but
done.
you don't answer questions whenever it comes to, like...
I'm
making a
answering.
point.
Yes, you do seem dopier and groggier.
In the last 3 weeks.
Your work isn't done. I don't mean you're walking around in a fog.
In the so up until you notice this list, you think that maybe my work's been suffering?
Yes. Yes.
You think that all the time?
No, I don't think that
my
all the
work's always
time. I think your
suffering?
work
You
is suffering.
You always think that someone
I
can do
always think
better.
you can do better.
Right.
Right.
You think that about everybody.
Right.
I don't even think there's anything wrong with that, but you think everyone can do better.
Of course. I think I can do better.
Well, you always can.
Howard, I don't think he listens to the compliments that you give him every once in a while.
No, he only hears
He only
what's
hears the
bad.
bad
Like what,
Exactly,
Jimmy? What are some of the recent?
You're a
What are
big
some of
part
the
the
recent
show, Gary.
compliments?
I told you your hair looked good.
No, Jimmy, name.
You know, I'm thinking the hair may be a
Gary,
little too
take
much
it-
Jimmy,
for him.
Yeah.
Jimmy,
How many
Jimmy.
hours did you spend on that hair?
Tell me some compliments, Jimmy.
Gary, the
Jimmy,
compliments,
tell me a compliment.
Gary, the compliments that I see are silent compliments with the show going well.
Right.
Oh,
You're a
silent
big part of the
compliments.
show.
I don't have
You're
to.
a
My
big part
job
of
is
the
not to
show.
sit and compliment you.
That I learned a long time ago.
Right. I'm not going to sit and compliment you.
Oftentimes,
Exactly.
Howard has said in the last several weeks, Gary knows this story really well. Gary, you
That's
tell
not
this
a
story.
compliment,
That's not a
Robin.
compliment?
That's what you do.
You know what a compliment would be? A compliment might be like, "Hey Gary," but you know what? And I already know the answer to this too. I know where this is going to go because you can never win on the show. A compliment might be, "Hey Gary, you booked Ron Howard. That's a good booking." But what Howard would say is, "Gary didn't book Ron Howard. Ron Howard's coming to do the show because of me, not
Right.
because of Gary."
Exactly.
Well, how well
Even
did
though
you
it's something
do
I've been working on
before
for a long
people
time.
wanted to talk to
Yeah, you made a
Howard?
bunch of phone calls. It's a big deal.
Exactly.
What I need you to do is coordinate tapes, make sure things are on a list. If I go to it, it's there. That's what I need. I'm not organized that way. I need you to be organized.
Just the other day, you wanted the Greaseman press conference. Got it. Overnighted. Edited it.
Good
nicely.
job.
Well, now, but I don't want to ask for a compliment.
Good job.
But I don't wanna
so
ask for
what?
it.
You got a whole list here of things that are
Did
completely
you see how
obsolete.
happy he was? Isn't that compliment enough?
Yeah. Your compliment is you don't
Howard,
get fired.
Gary's
Right.
job-
I mean, really. I mean, that's
it's
your
part of his
compliment.
job to come
Somebody
on
got to
interviews.
bring me a bottle of water. man.
What do you
I'm
think
about
I
to choke on my
compliment?
own
What do you think
tongue.
I compliment Robin every day? She knows she's doing good.
You tell Robin that
No.
You
When
go,
is
"Hey,
the last
news-
time I ever told you you
I
did a
heard
good
you
job?
say things like, "Hey, the news was really good today."
And I'm
No, I
telling
don't.
you, he has said good things to you. You
Right.
don't listen.
Right.
Like what, Robin?
I just told you. He'll say, Gary knows this. Come here, Gary. I need you for this
That is
information.
not,
That is
not
a
That's
compliment.
good.
That's how it
That
needs me
is
to
a
help him, which is
compliment.
fine. I mean, it is a compliment
It
in
is.
a way.
Well, who does he rely on? Somebody who's unreliable? Well,
Right.
most of the time, yes. But
But apparently, according to you guys, I've got 15 years of
No,
unreliability.
what you're doing
under
is
my
you're
belt.
dumping a lot of work on KC that he can't handle. And
well,
you're,
it's not about not
Yes.
being able to handle it, but he doesn't supervise it. He
Right.
feels that he's washed his hands of it
right.
once he gives it to
Once he
Casey.
tells Casey to do something, Casey's is
He
green.
doesn't supervise him.
Yeah.
Come on, Hal, that's not true.
Oh, be quiet.
No, it is. You're green. You're still new to the job.
Yeah, but I'm not retarded. I mean, he tells me to do something, I can do it.
No.
Who said you were retarded?
Sometimes you mess up. Like you'll bring in a tape when we have a second tape, and you have to know to throw out the second tape, so I have the more recent version.
I'll betcha.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
You have to know you have to think kind of like, yeah, I'm not telling you to do that, but you got to
You have
think
to clean
about
up
it.
the area.
Yeah.
Clean up the work area.
Yeah. And I mean, what the movie premiere? If you remember, I got up and I credited Gary with helping me get to the top. I credit him all the
All
time.
the time.
But your work is suffering.
Gary's
and I'm
very
trying to make you
important
better.
to the show. He does a lot of hard work. I've heard him say these
Yeah, but listen, I'm not going to sit at the movie premiere.
When do I talk to him? On the air here.
So listen, here's the deal.
The movie premiere, by the way, was 2.5 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
It'd be nice to hear one once in a while.
Yeah, you're doing a great job. Do you want me to say that even though you're not?
Because now I'm fishing for it.
Right.
I don't want
That's
to
right.
Fish for
You're
it.
not doing a great
No,
job.
it doesn't count.
No, but I don't want to have to fish for a compliment. And you know what? You don't even.
You know
have
what'll
to
help you? You know what we haven't done in a while? You need to repeat. Repeat after me.
Let's go.
I am too
I'm
disorganized
too disorganized
for my position.
for my position.
All right. I will never go out and be social
I will never go out and be social
on weekends.
on weekends.
All right. I will wear
I will wear
a tracing bracelet.
a what?
A tracing bracelet.
A tracing bracelet,
So I can be confined to my house.
so I could be confined to my house.
Right. Okay.
I think it's a tracking break.
Yeah. Tracing, tracking. I don't know what you call it.
Howard, bye. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. What is it, Joanne?
I can't even believe you are letting that little whining prick yell at you like that. Robin, get out of your booth and smack that ignorant bastard right in the mouth.
let her try.
He is such a prick.
Right.
I love it. He is such a freaking moron. tell you something. He gets on my damn nerves so goddamn bad. I come and smack his face. He is, let me tell you something, he's getting ready to crack because of those freaking kids and that old lady of his that holds him by the Johnson.
Right.
He is a little pussy prick.
You're a class act. Your husband must be very proud.
All he does is bitch and complain. He gets nothing right. He dumps everything on Casey. By the way, Casey, the kids want to find out if you're a butt pirate or a fudge packer, but I believe you're all man, babe. I'm with you.
Let's hope.
He is a whining little bitch. And you sit there and you let that big lip, bucktooth bastard sit there and scream at you like you're
Well, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And let me tell you something.
Control him.
You're saying the same things to me that Robin has said to me all these years.
Robin, get up and hit Howard if he doesn't smack that bastard right in the face.
Oh.
He is such a whining little prick. And he's
Fortunately,
such an
we're not
arrogant little
violent.
skinny. He is a bastard. Howard he is such a fucking whiner.
Oh, wait a second. Easy.
Just a matter of time.